Hi guys, I wanted to come on today and just show you how I made this pizza using a few items from my kitchen to make a delicious thin crust pizza. So if you're short on time and you need a quick dinner or lunch idea, this is perfect for you. First, we're going to start off, I started off with some garlic, some chopped spinach, some mushrooms, some red peppers, and some red onion. And right here you see me chopping up some bacon. And this is plant-based bacon because I'm trying to eat just a little bit healthier. So this is a plant-based bacon that I'm chopping up, and this is going to be like the only meat that I use on here. So we're just throwing that in the pan with a little bit of olive oil to cook that down so it can get a little crunchy so that we can have the texture of bacon bits. All right, so next we're going to be using the Mission Carb Balance flour tortilla as our crust. This is going to give it that thin crust, flatbread type feel. So that's what we're going to be using. We're going to put a little bit of extra virgin olive oil all over the top of this tortilla so that we can make sure that it cooks evenly and it's not too hard once we put all of the ingredients on top. So what you're going to do is just put a little bit on a spoon and spread it all around the tortilla so that it's even. So next we're going to be using some Prego pizza sauce. I'm using this. You can use whatever pizza sauce you'd like. This was just something that I had left over in the refrigerator, so I needed to go ahead and get rid of that. So I'm using this. It doesn't have any meat or anything in it, but if you decide to use meat, that's perfectly fine. It's your pizza. Do what you want to do with it, but this is how I'm making mine. Now, I don't know about you, but I really love for my pizza to have a lot of sauce on it. So what I'm going to do is just add a little bit more pizza sauce onto mine so that I can have it the way that I want it. Alright, so next what we're going to do is start to build the pizza using the toppings of your choice. First, I'm going to be spreading on some of these chopped garlic pieces, and I just used 3 garlic cloves and chopped them up real fine. We're just putting that on top of the pizza sauce so that we can have just like a garlic crust taste. You know how it is for pizza, like the garlic butter taste. So that's what the olive oil and the garlic is gonna give, that garlic taste. All right, so next what we're gonna do is head over here into this pan and make sure that we move our bacon pieces around. If you're using regular bacon, hey, cook it to how you want it. This is, like I said, plant-based, so I can't cook it too long because I don't want to overcook it. All right, so next we're gonna be adding some cheese. This is just some dairy-free cheese, and it's made with chickpeas. Actually, it's pretty good. I didn't think that it would be, but it's actually pretty good. I have been loving it. So what we're going to do is just spread that all around, and this is just going to give us that cheesy goodness that we want. If you have mozzarella cheese, feel free, use that. This is just what I'm using to try to stay a little healthy. All right, honey. So next what we're going to do is throw some of these diced mushrooms on here. We're going to load this thing up because I love a loaded pizza. So these are just some diced mushrooms. They're just some brown mushrooms, nothing fancy. No portobellas, none of that. Just some regular old brown mushrooms. Next, we're going to go ahead and drop some of these red bell peppers on here. These are just chopped up, nothing fancy. You want to make sure that you spread it out and make sure that everything is evenly distributed. Next, we're going to put some red onions on here. I don't know about you, but I love me some red onion on my pizza. So I have quite a few on here, but you use however many you like or not. All right, so next we're gonna have some of this chopped spinach. This is just chopped up real nice and fine, and we're just gonna spread that over the top because you have to bring in some green to make it all pretty and a little bit more healthy. So that's what we're using, just a little spinach. All right, so now we want to hop back over here to this pan and make sure that this bacon or whatever it is that you're using is cooking like it's supposed to. And throw on a little bit extra ingredients if you want to. Like I said, I love a loaded pizza. I can't stand no thin pizza. The crust is thin enough, so I need all of my flavor on top. I need all my flavor on top. All right, so here we're gonna put a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Now, I know that this is supposed to be like a healthy pizza, and it, for the most part, it is. But this is just some Parmesan cheese that I had left over that I needed to use. Yes, it has a little bit of dairy in it. Thank God we're not using a whole bunch. So we're just spreading that all over the top, so we can have an extra layer of cheesy goodness. Spread that all around, make sure it's even, and then hop back over here in this pan and grab that bacon or your sausage or your pepperonis, whatever it is that you're using. Get those toppings and just pile them on top, however you want. If you have kids, bring them in, let them help you out, let them build the pizza that they want to, the way that they want to. All right, so here we're just gonna add a little bit more extra Parmesan cheese, just because it was just a little bit left over. So hey, throw it on there, honey. Throw it on there. Can't go wrong with a loaded pizza. All right, so this is how it looks. Don't it look delicious? I mean, like, the color is so just evenly distributed. That green is popping through, and it looks like a pizza. It looks just like a pizza. One of those Tostino's pizza or whatever, you know? All right, so I didn't have any Italian seasoning, so I'm just gonna pop on some leaf oregano so I can have a little bit of added flavor, as well as some complete seasoning. This right here, you know, is good for a lot of things. And like I said, I didn't have Italian, but if you got some Italian seasoning, honey, throw it on there. Do what you want to do. It's yours. Look at that. So we're gonna head over here to this air fryer. My mother-in-law brought this air fryer for us for Christmas, and we have been using it faithfully. You hear me? So we're gonna pop this in for about 15 minutes at 400 degrees and let it do what it do. Let it do what it do. All right, so this is something that I should have did before, but hold up. While we're here, go ahead and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload videos. So here, this is something that I should have did earlier. Brown the bottom of the tortilla. So we're gonna just use some country crock butter, and it's plant-based. But before we do all of that, let's head back over here and grab this pizza out, because I smell it, and we've only been down to 12 minutes, so it's probably ready. Looks like it to me. So we're just gonna pull it out and head it back over here to this pan so that, you know, we can brown the bottom of the pan. We can brown the bottom of the crust. So we just threw that butter that I just showed you in the pan over like medium heat, nothing too high, and just drop the pizza down in there, because what you don't want is it to taste like a flour tortilla. You know, it's all soft and everything on the bottom. You just want to get that golden brown crust, just like if you had a pizza. All right, so you just lay that in there and let it sit and let it do what it do. Don't worry about it, let it sit. All right, so grab your spatula, because we need to make sure that we don't overcook the bottom of this pizza. So you want to just lift that up, take a peek, see if it's brown enough for you or not. If it's not, let it sit a little bit longer, and grab you something else and add to the top, honey, because this is what I'm adding. Some crushed red pepper flakes to give me a little heat, because y'all know when you go to your pizza joint, they have that Parmesan cheese and those red pepper flakes, and you just add that to the top of your pizza, make it taste amazing. So that's what we're gonna do here, and we're gonna follow right behind them red crushed pepper flakes with some Parmesan cheese. And this is just some grated Parmesan cheese, nothing fancy. We're just gonna sprinkle a little bit of that across the top while we're waiting on the while we're waiting on the crust to brown. That's it. So shake, 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 shake. Alrighty. So let's test it out again, because I think I smell it. You smell it? I think I do. Yeah, it's ready. It's ready. So just lift it on up. Make sure you got the plate over here on the side, and look at that. You see that golden crust? That's what you want. That's what that butter make it do. golden brown. You don't want it burned. You don't want it too dark. You don't want it too crispy. You want it just right. All right, so look. You see that? Ooh, honey, beautiful. Beautiful. So next, what we're gonna do is get a knife, or if you fancy like that and you got a pizza cutter, grab your pizza cutter. You want to go ahead on and start chopping this up. My husband and I, we're gonna share this pizza for lunch, so I'm gonna cut this thing up into 6. So he can have 3 and I can have 3. But if you're eating it by yourself, you can leave it just like this. You can cut it into 4s if you're trying to feed your kids and somebody else. Cut it to however many pieces you want, or just leave it whole and let them have the whole thing, honey. But yeah, this made 6 triangles, and it was surprisingly just like a thin crust pizza. I wish I would have had some olives, because this would have just topped it off with some olives, but I didn't have any. I'm just using what I have because I wasn't going to the grocery store. All right, so let's just pull this thing apart here and see what it do. Look at that. Oh, that. Look at that. All right, so I'm fixing to try this real quick. So y'all hold on. I'll be back. I just had to show y'all though. Look at it. Look at that cheese falling. Oh, did you see that cheese just fall? Oh my God. All right, so yeah, this is what we have. We just have a flatbread pizza using some flour tortillas with a little this and a little that. Whatever you got in your kitchen, throw it on there and you got yourself a pizza. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to subscribe and like, and make sure you leave me a comment below. I'll see you in the next video.